You the dude that sells the stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I got the money for you. Here you go.
Wait, whoa. What the fuck you doing?
Sorry, I was trying to pay you the money for the stuff.
No. Do this on you ever heard of a VR chat?
I'm sorry, what?
VR chat. It's a virtual reality game. You ever heard of it? It's on Steam. It just meet me in the back corner of the lobby. My name is Blue Feathers 78. I'll be there at 6.
Wait.
What? Yeah.
Do I gotta pay for it or what? Are you sure? I have the money, right?
It's free to play. I'll see you at 6.
Wait. I have a question.
What?
Where do I get one?
Just go down the street, make a left. Tell him Warren sent you. He'll hook you up.
Wait.
I'm about to smack the shit out of you. Get the VR set, download the game, meet me there at 6. You want the shit.
Starts walking away. Wait.
I swear to God.
But yeah, we can first all start. Let's talk about this graduation bullshit real quick.
Oh, so sorry about that.
You're chilling. Nah, you're good. I live in a world where I genuinely forget a lot of things, and the people in this immediate vicinity understand that. So I have people that remind me, but I forget. People back home don't know that I forget things all the time. So I assume everybody knows what I know all the time, but not so I don't always remind everyone. So that's on me, but it's all good. Graduation itself wasn't really that wild. We had some fun times. Psych majors were behind us and shit, and we were talking shit. Me and my boys, like I was sitting with my friends, and we were talking shit about what was going on, but they were just one of their friends went up to get the damn folder. It's a folder. It's not even the damn degree. It's the folder. No one told me that. So I'm over that shit. But one of their friends went up to get this shit. It was like just behind it. They were just like screaming so loud and then doing. I'm like, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, there are 100 of you people. This degree is not that hard to get. Like, she didn't do anything. Like, calm the fuck down. They were just so loud, you know. But I'm happy. I am happy for everybody that graduated, like immensely. I think I said it a lot, but I think everybody in this graduating class, we had to put up with a lot of weird shit. And I know, and I was talking to a couple of my friends, like when they were talking about their whole situation, like it feels really underwhelming, but like it's kind of refreshing that I think we all can sit back and recognize that we're finally through it, you know? And I think a lot of us feel like it was kind of a little bit waste of a time, at least the people I know. Some people seem like they were having a good time with it, like taking it all in, but the reality is that so much of us are just in different places at this point. Like majority of my friends done already graduated, you know, and so I didn't even get to go to their graduation, or they didn't have one like you, Dylan. So it's like, you know, it's great, but like we all started this together and we all didn't even get to finish this together, you know, and it's like it's a bittersweet. It's real bittersweet. But yeah, you know, give stupid dumbass speeches and that was my other thing. I was like, why is it only the people who we call smart get to speak? I want to speak. Like,
I got to speak. I mean, I don't think I'm that smart, but like I got to speak. Kind of.
You got to speak. What did you
Okay, look,
get
it
to
was
say?
first of all, it was over Zoom. It was useless. Didn't say much. All I said was, because again, I went to a school that didn't care. Thank you. We all did it. Whatever, just some bullshit lies. Like, oh my god, guys, we made it. Even though it wasn't
Yeah.
that hard, but whatever. Make them feel good. It wasn't that hard. That's what I was saying in my head. And to my friends who knew, I was like, this shit ain't even that hard, but okay. Just lie.
Literally in my school, they let the person who was the only one who signed up to talk. Like,
oh, we didn't
they
sign
didn't
up.
really-
No, we got chose.
You got chosen. Dang. Yeah, no. There was only one dude who signed up, and he was the one to speak at our graduation. I was like, oh, this is nice. It's whatever.
Because nobody want to speak.
No.
I mean, like unless it's college, because then it's like that's like different. When it's high school, it's like y'all all did the same thing. Shit don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I think why I think we should be allowed to speak in college is because it's like we all like it's a different thing with high school, like we said, you don't have to, it's a different choice. Like, and
Yeah.
I feel like at least this person, yeah, they got good grades. Awesome. Cool. However, that doesn't discount the struggles that the rest of us went through. Like, I get they have like this one girl, she gave a really nice speech. It was really moving. And she came from all the way across the other world or whatever,
Damn.
And I'm like, this
The
is a
world
great,
mattered.
yeah, like it's a beautiful story. I'm tearing up, but like we all struggled to get here. I don't know. Give us all like a more than just a second of just walking past, grabbing a folder, and then being forced to take like 5 different pictures in 2 seconds. It's like let us say at least a word, a quote, something. It just didn't make sense to me. I was like, everybody wants us to spend hundreds of dollars, wants our families to drive all the way out here, pay for hotels, do all this bullshit for us to sit down for 2 hours. Like,
yeah,
that's so dumb. They just picking us up at this point. Like, I would rather. That's why it's like part of me didn't really care for it, just because it's like this is all a lot to get a degree. Oh wait, I'm sorry, a folder. Like it's just it doesn't feel like this is the reward for what we got, and I think it's because we're in a different generation now too. Like back then, it was all these people getting degrees and going in to make the world a better place and to go into start businesses and get in it jobs with their parents and this that, but we don't got that these days. So I'm like, awesome, cool.
Just the bare minimum.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fun that I can look back or that I can be like, oh, now I can make movies. Like now I can say I don't have to say I'm a film student anymore, but I'm just a filmmaker. This is the wrong screen. I'm just a filmmaker, but I think that's fine. I just wish how do I know what screen it's looking at?
Like you guys were more appreciated for like all that you did.
Yeah, like it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice to get a lot of recognition, but like
I wish.
I mean I suppose. Yeah, so these are our photos.
Oh, so cute. Oh my god.
Like it was fun. It was dope. I missed
Your sister.
you posted those? Or not this one, but
Not that one. So she sent me like 20 plus pictures of you.
yeah. Like I wanted to get this fucking purple one.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to the grad fest, so I didn't get it.
Oh.
I wish I would have gotten this one. I don't know why I didn't get this one. I literally still work there, but whatever. And then these are just some more pictures of me with my family.
Go to the 20 plus pictures.
Yeah.
So cute. Oh my god.
But these are some it was fun.
Oh,
like
wow. Yeah.
the thing that pissed me off more than anything though was that everybody kept commenting on my mom's outfit more than on me. And
Really?
yeah, like, and it's a mixed feeling because at first it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess her outfit's cool. Like, but this is just how my mom dresses all the time.
Yeah.
and everybody's walking up like, I love her, your outfit, it's so blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, this is a video I want to show in a second. But I'm like, that's crazy because cap, gown, colo, like they'll say they like her outfit and then not even acknowledge me. Like this lady at
What?
Chili's did the same. She did that shit. She was like, I don't mean to disrupt you guys. And I'm looking at the menu, looking down. I don't look up because no, she didn't say, oh, congratulations. So I don't care what she's talking about. Some old
Yeah.
lady. She was like, I don't mean to disturb you guys. And then I'm just waiting for her to say congratulations. I can finally say thank you for the 1,000th time. And
Yeah.
no, instead she's like, I just want to say I really like your outfit. And then she walks in it, and my mom was
What the
scared.
hell?
Like my mom started getting scared because she's like, this is like the 5th time someone has walked up. And I'm like, yeah, this is Monterey, I guess. You know, like it's subtle passive racism a little bit. You know, like
Wow.
because they don't see black people dressed like this often. So when they do, it's like, oh my god, she looks like an African queen. Like, shut the fuck up, you don't.
Jesus.
Like, you know, like it's her outfit's great, but this is what she wears all the time. Like, or I mean, I guess in this case it's, you know, a special occasion, but like she wears this
Yeah.
type of stuff all the time. And I'm like, I'm literally wearing the cap and
The
Chili's
gown.
and shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I graduated, but yeah, I guess her
Because they
outfit's
see a
nice.
lot of graduates. They don't care.
Like,
They're
I
like, oh,
know,
another one.
but like you just wanna
We could have at least been like,
acknowledge.
congrats. Yeah.
I'm like, that shit's crazy. How are you gonna do all this bullshit? Like, but whatever, you know. Shout out to my mom, I guess. She had a good outfit, you know?
They know
So,
your mom got style, apparently.
yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. But I was thinking about all of this. And I mean, it's a lot to process in a day. Mentally,
Mhm.
was checked out all day. Um, but today I was looking through my Snapchat and I saw that you could do this remix Snapchat shit.
Oh.
And I was like, I didn't know what that was, so I clicked and I was like, oh, I can like react to my old Snapchats in real time, like, and then that's kind of cool. Okay, so I did that, um, and I did that, and I posted that on some of my Snapchats, some of my old ones from like my freshman year and all that, and it was fun to do. But I found this, and I didn't watch all of it because it made me laugh a little bit. But this video is of when I first moved to my first RA room, I think. Yeah, my first RA
Oh.
room. This is my first year as an RA, I think. And this was just after I moved everything from like one spot to another. And I
Yeah.
remember this day fully. I was fully caffeinated, like to the extremest of levels, and I was super hyped and I was just super excited because I was like, this place is so nice. It's not a dorm room anymore. I have all this cool stuff now. And I thought this
Mhm.
was a good way to kind of look back on I looked through the years and I was like, I did change over the years. Like I'm not as crazy as I used to be, but I think this is a peak of what college made me at that point, and I want to kind of show it because I think it's pretty goofy. So what I did here in this video was I was just giving a tour of my apartment and
Yeah.
all the stuff. So there's gonna be a lot of moving around. Like I said, I was really caffeinated, so just be ready. We did it. But anyway, check it out. This is the new room. This is North Quad. This is my room. I got a whole ass couch. That shit
Don't mind the
wild. I got a
mess.
couch to myself. I got a bed to myself. I got
Oh
a
my
heater that
god,
don't
those
work.
look like the
But we're gonna fix
exact
that later. All
desks
right, let's
I
check it
have
out.
in my
We got a
dorm room.
sink for the
Yeah.
bathroom, but it's in the kitchen. Like,
Ooh, that's nice.
I'm about to. Okay, I don't even gotta complain. I mean, check out this mirror though. You can see me like.
Now this shot right here.
Wow, the case.
Whoops, I fucked up.
All right, I'm gonna do
Whoops.
that again.
Whoops. Okay.
Well, this shot, it's blurry, but you could get the idea of 2019 me.
God
2018
dang.
me, maybe. I think 2018, yeah. Now, I was thinking about this. I was like, I really kind of just want to see the way I've changed throughout. And I was like, the first thing that got me was my red phone. And I don't remember
Mine the
having this
same.
phone case, you know? That shit is just, I have an elephant phone case now, and it just makes me
Wow.
laugh.
The level up.
Yeah. The level up in everything to me personally. I think the outfit I was wearing this day was fine because I was moving. So I wasn't, but like I was thinking to myself, I was like, I low key fell off. because I got a haircut here. I mean, the glasses are okay, but like even the fit was just kind of decent. Shit, the fit was kind of decent for the occasion, and I was just moving. And then I had the nerve to say like I was off my game. As like
Bro.
it's just the mindset I was in. I think is weird because this is all before quarantine, all before COVID. This is like a long time before all that. You know, and so I was really thinking about this type of stuff, like the mindset. Um, I think this is the best mindset I was in just as a college student, and I don't think I don't see that in myself these days or like after much of like this semester. So I was like, this is a really good representation to me, I think, as to what I became. Because at this point, I was smoking all the time. It was
check
it
out
was
this
fun,
mirror though. You can see
but
me
like
oof, what a god. I mean,
I
I'm
think
not
this
on
is a
point
great
today, but
representation of
that's
how
because I've been moving back and forth for the past 2,
I've
3
lived.
hours. I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, check out the kitchen. I got a sink,
Let's look
a
back.
whole ass sink with a
I was okay
garbage
back
disposal. That shit wild.
Yeah.
I got a microwave. I already bought a microwave, so I'm gonna sell my current microwave. I got a cabinet.
Just talking about
swag.
everything.
I got a fridge.
then. Being in
And
a
you
rank
already know.
hard. Like,
You have to be awake
did you
Oh,
to
I
be
could talk
alive.
about it now,
Of
I
course
guess.
you
Huh?
do. We got a nice little chill table.
Hold on. Is that the end of the video? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I made 2 videos. I don't show the other one because I didn't I didn't like it. But I mean, being an RA, okay. I think it is difficult if you
Don't
I
have
think it's
patience.
difficult for some people.
mm-hmm.
I think it depends on who you are as a person and what you can handle. Like I've seen RAs that can do a lot with very little. I've seen RAs that can do a little with a lot, and I don't think it's hard. I think it's fun. I think you could have a good time with it.
Yeah.
I think the role is what you make out of it, though. At the end of the day, I've seen a lot of people get really stressed out over like the smallest shit, and I mean, I get it. You know, not everybody knows everything. Not everybody understands how everything works. So sometimes they'll freak out, but like it, you know, it's not a hard job when you understand, you know, that you're just dealing with people, with students, young adults, same age as you. Like I get confused and lost all the time, and I know how I would want someone to approach me about it. As someone who doesn't like conflict, I know how I would want to be approached. So I take that into like a lot of situations to where I don't want to make myself uncomfortable. So I'm not going to try to make them uncomfortable. So I'll never do anything dumb. I'll just tell them straight up, hey, we technically this shit says we got to do icebreakers, but honestly, I think that shit's kind of whack. Instead, let's just do this. And then they'll be like, oh, cool. Because they don't want to do the icebreakers anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I like being an art. I technically still am for a little bit longer, but I like it. I wouldn't. Well, I can't recommend or not recommend it to anybody just because it depends on your campus and your campus culture. It's going to be different wherever you go. Different rules, different staff. You know, here I think it's cool. I think it's all right. I don't know what it'll become next year, but for what I've had, shit, have fun with it. Is what I tell people. Students are fun to mess with.
Yeah. Especially freshmen. Oh god.
Oh yeah, those definitely. I freshman residents were one of my like favorite residents to ever have had.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I would prefer that. That was the only thing that threw me off when I started the job and everything. Everybody would always talk about like having freshmen would be like is just so bad or so rough or you know it's a lot because they don't know anything or whatever. But I'm like I think that is probably better just because I mean it was probably the only time this in my entire role where I was doing them. I was either having to do a lot of work or I kind of just wanted to because I knew the residents would react to it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's a great feeling to have. Like, you can put in hard work for something, and you'll know your residents would appreciate you for it. Like,
Mhm.
it makes you want to do the job at least a little bit more because it's just fun. It's like you get to actually engage with them. And I'm someone that likes to try goofy shit and kind of see what I can get away with. And I think at least with the freshmen I had, they allowed me to do a lot of the wild shit that I would want to do.
Oh,
And it's dope. Like I got to hang out with them. I got to I got to just chill with them. I got to know a lot of them. I got to be their RA again one last time, you know.
oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I mean, I wish it was under better conditions though. I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
like I think this semester is probably just my worst semester in all of history. But I wish I could have given residents, regardless of old or new, like now, I wish I would have been able to give them something at least a little more fun. I haven't today I went to take pictures
Mhm.
and it was weird. It was the first time where I actually had time to do it because I didn't go to work and I don't have classes. So I kind of just had, the day to really just do something.
Yeah.
And and on Saturday, everybody kept asking me, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" It's whatever you want to do. I'm like, I don't know. I spend 99% of my time going from work to my room to work to my room. Like I don't. There's nothing I really do anymore because everything I used to do is no longer here. So I don't have anything that I did, except for like at least when it came to doing stuff for RA stuff, knowing that residents looked out for me, I was like, it gave me stuff to want to do and push forward and at least kind of get into more. And I mean, I like that for first year residents. They make you want to be more active, not just in the role, but just in your regular day. Like it's because of them I was always walking around doing stuff or at least trying to get off campus to just get away because it's always, it kept me
Mhm.
active. This year, residents don't need you or quarantine or COVID. So it's like everything's all weird and shit. So it's people don't engage the way they used to. It's like I don't know. It's all right, but
Mhm.
I miss the days before the coronavirus because everybody could just do whatever they want and not really think about it.
Yeah, now it's all like precaution and stuff. You gotta be really careful what you do. If not, an outbreak could happen. So it's really sucky.
True. But I mean, hey, it brought us all closer with TikTok.
Oh God,
And
TikTok.
I mean, I don't think we'll get to talk. There was something I was thinking about when it came to TikTok and uh stimulation. So all of this is just kind of all just random information that's we're talking about, but
Mhm.
like I was watching this Abba and Preach video earlier
Yeah.
today, and it was basically like a whole podcast episode, and they were talking about never looking down, don't look down, and the whole concept is like in cartoons, the character only falls when they look down.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the Coyote and the Roadrunner and everybody
Mhm.
being this and that, and how we all kind of go about things. And I really spoke to what they were saying because they said a lot of the stuff that we were kind of talking about before, where we were saying, people getting degrees for whatever reason, having a motivation to keep going on this path or that.
Mhm.
And I mean, they got into some real crazy stuff about like being alive and God and what like how having a momentum of doing things and then how it feels to stop being how to stop doing those things. Like the example I thought of when they were talking about this was I'm finally essentially I'm done with school. I don't
Yeah.
have to be in classes anymore. I've been running on this momentum of being a student, since elementary school. For some people, even preschool. So it's like you're in this momentum of constant education, constant preparing for assignments, constant summer vacation, constant this. But
Mhm.
now I'm at the point to where that's all stopping. And the danger is like, well, what if I look down? And you
Um.
know and
Mhm.
a lot of people in our age, they get into that spot where they had this momentum and then it's like they stop and then they can't it's really hard to get the momentum once you stop. You know, you don't have the same speed. You have to build it back up, and it's really layered because then they talk about like how people end up in these same jobs for years because they get into the same momentum of this job may be the one and it may do this, but instead of taking a chance of doing something different, you know, finding something for themselves that really speaks to them, because everybody's afraid of stopping and having to start over.
Change is scary.
I'm like, that shit was crazy. That's just really, that's scary because that's where I am. I'm like, I don't know where I want to keep going, you know, but I also want to make sure I am going towards something that's an end goal. And that's what graduation, you know, I think the downfall of all of it is like, where are we all running to or running away from? Like, since we're technically in this metaphor, the road runner and the coyote, you know, what's chasing you? And then it's just, it's really scary. It's really scary. I'm not gonna lie, but I think you just gotta, fuck. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm too young.
I would say something about motivation, but like that shit runs out. Like you get burnt out, you know, you just stop doing stuff. Like it's not really a set energy source. Like pure passion is not gonna get you places.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to know where you're gonna go.
Facts.
Yeah.
They were also saying like people in our generation, we do this thing where like we stop and then we kind of like I guess procrastinate in a sense. Like and I don't even remember how to explain it, but it was just this thought in my head of like where okay, now we're graduated and then, you know, I think a lot of us kind of have this mindset where something should happen now for me and either it will or it won't and I guess I'll figure it out as I go, but the reality is we have to push ourselves to go past what we think is going to come our way or past what we expect, you know, like we have to I think we have to assume nothing's coming our way. They were talking about living with a balance of fear and love, and a lot of people either live or are motivated by fear, or a lot of people are motivated by love, but you should be motivated by both, you know, because both are equally important. And a lot of people get stuck. Yeah. Like a lot of people just get
pick one.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to get stuck. So I'm always trying to push myself, but
do you feel rushed into like finding something to do, especially now?
I think so. I think a lot of people who graduated may feel that way. You know, like I got a job now, but like I want to do something. I feel like I should be trying to achieve something bigger. And if I don't do that, then I'm just gonna be stagnant the rest of my life. And I think that's the scariest things, to just stay doing the same shit after graduation, never really changing. And I want to go off and do something big. It's just there is a genuine sense of feeling lost, I think.
On like how to start and stuff.
Yeah. Like it's real interesting because like I said, you see all these fucking psych majors, you see all these business majors, and God bless them all. And I mean, but it's like, is psychology really what you want to do? Or did you just take it because you just wanted to be out of where you were? You know? Like,
no, there is this thing. I'm a psych major.
Well, not you specifically, yeah.
No, I know, but there's a between all psychologists, we all have the similar mindset of there's two reasons you take psychology. One is to understand the issues that you have in your life, and the other is to help other people with their issues. There's always going to be that one saying of whenever you take psychology majors always say, the real reason I study is because we all have mental health issues that we want to discover, like the reasons behind it, why. So you study human behavior and human mindset, and then you go into sociology to understand from a wider perspective of multiple people. I could read people just like that because I've taken psychology, but the main reason I took it was, what are the issues that I have? What are my traumas, my triggers? How can I recover them? How do I learn to just deal with them? Because there's some things that you can't cure that you just learn to live with. And then the next reason is because I have so many friends, because in this generation, we are shaped because our families are based off of narcissist, toxic environments, and so on and so forth. So then it's like we can all understand each other. Of I have a shit life, shit family, and a lot of other things of like traumas and everything that I go through. So me being the oldest of my friends, understanding their issues and then figuring out why we have these issues and struggles is another way for me to help them while also helping myself. So I can't talk for a business major, but as for a psychology major, we do this mainly because there's a reason of helping people and helping ourselves, and just like kind of going beyond that point of knowledge. Because once you learn to read people and like see through them in a way, you learn a lot more. So then it's like, if anybody were to come to me, and like Cassie knows this, all my friends come to me. She sat there on the phone with me before and had listened to me have a whole therapy session for 2 hours. And I know the right things to say. It's like easy. It's like reading a book that you've read 5 different times. You know each word line for line, page for page. It's so easy because once you've learned that, it's actually very interesting because then you can apply it to your own life, and then it makes you look at things differently because it's like, okay, why did they act like this? Why did he say that? You'd think less from an emotional standpoint, but more from like what's the word? From more like a different perspective, really. So it's like if something were to happen to me, I'm gonna think, okay, why did this happen? But I'm also not gonna say it's easy because having mental health issues can also contradict that. So it makes it like a tug of war type of thing, which is exciting but also draining. So you just have to like be able to do it to understand.
Yeah,
because it's like being a psych major. On the outside, people are just like, "Oh, it's easy. All you got to do is sit there and listen to people's problems and this, and this, and the third." But it's like it's actually really hard because yes, I may be be able to read people. Like I can read a stranger and be like, "They look anxious. He looks sad. They look happy." But this person looks, a little bit frustrated. And then it's like once you actually listen to the problems and then you like dissect it, it's actually very draining. And then to do it to yourself, that's the hardest thing because you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I have this, this, and this, and these are the issues. And sometimes you're not going to want to do that. Sometimes you're going to want to just sit and let it simmer and like just push to the side and not deal with it. But then you also have other people who need you. So it's like somebody coming in. It's like being in a classroom and imagine you're in this classroom. Let's say it's a English class and you understand everything. Like you know how to write this paragraph, this paper, your topic, your evidence, everything. And then you have somebody come in and like, hey, I need help. I know you're good at it. And then you have another person come in and they need help. You have 2 people who need help and you still have to do yours. You're going to help the other 2 people because it's easy. You're thinking, okay, this is so easy. I can do this and mine. But then they're going to keep coming. And you're still going to have to do yours. And you're slowly going to lose the motivation to do it. Because in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, I still have to do mine. And some people are going to be like, why don't you just say no? But that's the thing. You do this to help other people. But then one thing about having a therapist is you never ask your therapist, how are you? If you've ever had therapy, you've never asked them, how are you? Because you're thinking they're paid to do this. But nobody remembers that they're a human being with emotions. Remember that.
Okay, no. I said how are you to my therapist every day, okay?
Most people don't, though. Most people don't. You listen to me have conversation with friends. They've never asked me, how are you? They're just like, oh, man, this is wrong because they said this. And they don't. Most people don't ask. That's the thing. Right. They don't ask. But because people think therapists are like, oh, I came in to do this job to get paid. I want to do this. But no one remembers that they're still a human being with their own life and struggles who are willing to listen to you. It's not like we're told you have to do this job. We chose to be nice and be like, this is going to help the world out. But at the end of the day, once my shift is over and I got to go home, nobody knows if I got to go home to debt, I got a kid, I got issues, whatever. No one's going to think that. And no one has considerate.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think for someone to be a therapist, right, I think they would have to work on themselves first before going in and treating other people, obviously. I know, like, things can happen. I know, but, like, things can happen in life, obviously, during your career and stuff. But I think to be a therapist, I wanted to be one, and I realized I was like, I'm not going to be stable by the time I graduate, you know? So, I don't know. I think you need to really put yourself through that healing path first before you're like, okay, people now. Because sometimes, you know, if I personally think if you're not really good with yourself, it's gonna bleed into your like sessions or whatever it may be, and then you're just gonna end up, you know, not helping the other person, right?
Well,
So it is.
Go on. I'll wait.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I really think if you like want to be a therapist, like if anyone is like looking out to be like someone they can be like trusted with and stuff like that, I think they need to be in a good headspace to like handle everything that person says, because like sometimes it can be rough stuff. And you're like, oh dang, like God, you know, you got to be able to like be strong enough to like, you know, take that, you know, give them advice, help them out in whatever way you can, without like breaking down yourself. Because if not, you know, you don't really want to like seem too emotional for the person, but like still compassionate enough to like you know, provide advice and provide the help they're paying you to do, you know. So,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I've been doing this since like middle school. Don't ask me how or why. It's actually very easy to step outside of yourself, because the one thing I can say is I've listened to friends for years, since before high school, and I'm in college now, and it's easier to be in college now and have a, you know, more, especially taking the classes. Like I've taken some, but now like doing it as a major and as a career path, and knowing way more about it, especially because I'm taking sociology too, so I can learn about more than one person. It's easy to listen to somebody. So when people tell me, they're like, you know, take a break for yourself when you listen to your friends. That is true, because it's easy for me to sit down and be like, okay, someone's coming to me. Okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to step out of myself. Because that's one thing. The first thing you learn in sociology and psychology is you have to be open-minded. One thing about it is they teach you how to step outside of yourself, because one, you can't be biased. So if someone comes to tell me and they're like, this happened to me when I was a kid and it's traumatizing, I can't be like, oh my God, why'd that happen? That's a dick move. Like, no. Because then it's like I have to listen to all parts of the story before I can judge. Because then what if that person who actually did it was doing it out of love and compassion, depending on what it was? I can't jump ahead too early and be like, oh, why'd they do that? No, I have to step outside of myself, hold back my emotions, which is the draining part. Because then it's like, imagine, like, you know, in a game and you're watching from another person's point, like a third point of view, you know, and it's just like you're hovering over them. It's like, that's easy. But then eventually you're going to have to come back to yourself, take it all in. Because there's going to be some stories that are horrific. There's going to be some that are relatable. There's going to be some that's not so bad. And I myself have had my own therapist. I've had good therapists. I've had bad therapists. And that's kind of what gave me a different perspective on how to do this, while also being therapist to some friends. Yeah, I've done it to strangers, because there's many rules. You step outside of yourself so you can't be biased. Then you have to be compassionate while stepping outside of yourself, because you're forgetting you can't put every single emotion into it, because there's going to be stories that you're going to hear you're going to have your emotions put first before thinking logically. And then you have to learn to read the person, because there's going to be some people who aren't going to want to say anything the first session. So you got to read the body language. And that's the best part, because it's like you're going to see somebody, and if their eyes shift, they're anxious. If they're tapping their leg, they're nervous. If they're sitting quietly, and the way that their body's slouched or a certain way, it's just, you can read the emotion. I can read emotion over the phone.
Yeah.
Like that's the best part. Because I've made friends within the first day, and I'll ask them, I'm like, why are you so nervous? And they're like, how do you know? I'm like, your voice is quivering. Are you sitting a certain way? This, and the third. And then they'll just be like, well, that's because I had a hard day because this, and the third happened. And I'm like, okay, go on, tell me. It's like, it's second nature to me, because I've done it so long. With psychology, I find it a passion.
Yeah,
you just have to learn how to do it.
You definitely have to be a certain type of person to like handle all of that. But yeah, no, imagine just sitting. Oh no, but yeah, what do you think, Elijah?
I agree. I mean, I only took intro to sociology back in the fall, and that was honestly the best class I ever took. It was teacher was really goofy, but I feel like he even said it's more valuable than psychology just because it focuses on everybody versus just on you, which you is important, but it's like the world around us shapes us. And I was like, oh shit, he said some deep shit, and then I really learned a lot. So I mean, it's not the major I don't disagree with. It's a lot of people's reasonings for doing the things that they do that worry me, like I don't, when I talk to a lot of the film agents, there's really very little that you will talk to that will tell you why like they chose it just because they didn't know what else to choose or because they just wanted to get out of their environment. But it comes clear like in a lot of these classes with these whether people do care or not. And I mean, Dylan, you obviously care because I think you gave a pretty good representation of the major of psychology, sociology, in general. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, we have all these people in this bracket of classes, but yet we don't have enough people in this engineering bracket or whatever.
I tried that. That shit too hard.
I mean that's fair. Like it's too hard.
Fuck that shit. I was in a fucking 3-hour lecture on every fucking Friday, math with fucking letters and shit. I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, I mean I get that, but I mean the thing I guess I was touching on is that what they were saying was that you have to that a lot of people jump into some majors because they just or at least go to the idea of college or whatever just to get out of the environment that they're in, that they grew up in. And I thought about that too, and I was like, I think that's kind of what I did. I mean, I did it. I definitely don't want to be in Oakland. So, I mean,
we all don't.
Right. And college was a way to get away from that. And I did. And then I took music. And that was because I thought, music was cool. It was fun. But
I did that
then,
too.
yeah. And I realized I didn't want to do that. I realized it really wasn't for me. And if I didn't, like, let's say I didn't have that realization and I went through that whole thing, and then let's say I went into the music career industry, I would have been miserable for my life because I didn't decide to make that change because, I was on this momentum of, well, I was making music in junior year and senior year, and then I went to the school to get the music degree, and then I don't want to disappoint anybody, so I'm just going to keep going. And then I got the job, and now I'm going to be doing this. And, it's like, there's a certain level of pressure I see with some of these students to either live up to what their parents expect of them or what they think is the right move. When I'm like, I mean, do y'all really want to be looking at test tubes all day and equations, or is there something else that you want to try and get into? Did you why are you here? And if you're here to get out of a bad situation, that's great. Now let's start figuring out who you are and what motivates you, what moves you, And I mean, I guess now that we have more psychology, more people studying this stuff, I was looking and I was like, this would be good because I guess COVID happened now, so there's going to be a lot more traumatized people in the world. So
for real,
medical professionals will be great, I guess. I suppose.
Some shit. I know my therapist.
Yeah. But I think it was just something I thought about too, where I hope everybody is getting their degrees for the right reasons, because everybody can't be a therapist is the reality, and everybody can't get their own business and be in films and all that shit. So I was thinking about where I want to go and what it's going to take for me to get to wherever I want to be. And I think it's fine. I just want to be in the thing. I just want to do something. Put my name in the credits anywhere as the light guy. Then that's it.
The light guy.
You got to start as the light guy somewhere to be the next.
That's true.
That's all I want. I just want to see my name in the credits, and that's it. But it just worries me sometimes because I'm like, y'all all want to be marine science majors? What the fuck is that?
I'm really passionate about the ocean.
No one's told me anything interesting in that major. Like, it's just, I'm like, if you all can't tell me some interesting shit that didn't happened, then I don't know. You didn't dig deep enough in the major, but I don't know. Graduation was a fucking drag. Just a lot. These fuck, and that was the last thing I'll say is like fuck these other majors that take themselves way too seriously. Because then when it comes to the times to celebrate and shit, they do too much. Like they spend all year studying. So like their only times to actually get any of their excitement out is during times like this or like spring break. And I'm like, y'all gotta calm the fuck down. They up there, they're taking pictures and like doing all these chants in like the baseball field while we're waiting. And I mean, like it was just like
that's annoying.
At the part we were just looking at them like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, because it's just they were chill. Like we were even confused when they called us up because we didn't know they called us up. Our whole major just sitting there, and then it took us 2 seconds, and we all just looked at each other. And instead, I was like, this is the shit I like. We real. We don't know what the fuck is going on. We're just here. Like that's why I love my major. It's just a bunch of people that they vibe with me because we were all so confused, but you know, it was fun. And that's all I'll say about graduation. It's over, and I'm happy.
Yeah, let's go. You finished. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So, moving forward, I have okay. Because for press for time and editing, we're gonna do one of these two things. We're either gonna talk about virtual reality or we're gonna watch The Ultimatum.
Okay, I really want to talk about the virtual reality. It stuck with me. That shit stuck with me so much. I've been just like thinking about it and how crazy it is. Cause I didn't know any of this. I only knew like the meme part of the side, you know? Like the fucking Sonic, what's the red one called?
The Uganda? The Uganda thing?
Yeah. That's the only thing I know about fucking VR. And you know,
I know like, shit all, so I don't care.
Well,
crazy. I don't know, but what are you leaning more towards, you guys?
Well, I mean, we can talk about the VR. Fuck it.
Okay, yeah, let's go. So
go. Well, how about you give your first impressions of what we saw? I'm not gonna say anything yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. So when I saw that video, right, I was like, oh, 2 hours. I love documentaries like that. I love hella long videos. Oh my god. The first thing I saw when the dude started talking about, I think chapter 1. I don't really remember. I watched it like yesterday. So bad. I was like just so shocked at how it's so unsafe, how unregulated it is. Like that shit reminded me of the dark web, bro. I don't know what the fuck there is on there, but like borderline illegal, or it is illegal at some points because people have.
I don't know. It's virtual reality, you know.
Okay, yeah, but like that's still some illegal shit. Minors are involved, bro. Like
a lot of minors.
Minors are hella involved in this. There's no regulation into like their age verification, and even if there is quote unquote age verification, you can still fake that. Yeah, it's the internet. Anything is possible. Like what the hell? Like there's these like clubs where people just rage on, and you like fucking. I remember this one dude sending fucking alcohol and drugs to this girl to like party. Like I was like, what? You was just and that shit. Oh, so much grooming too. Like what the fuck? No, it was too much. It was so much
good shit. Yeah, some classic VR content is what this is.
And the zoophilia. What the hell was that?
Zoophilia. That's what got me, you know? I ain't gonna even lie. That's what I watched this on stream, and when I say my jaw literally, this was the first thing I watched when I turned on stream. I was like, let's catch up, finish the video. I'm pretty sure it couldn't get as bad as chapter 3. 15 seconds later, my jaw dropped. And I was just...
I don't know. I really don't know. How did she... What was her name? Sappho something? How did she... Yeah, how did she openly like admit this? She was like, yeah, dogs are like sexually mature. And I was like, what the fuck are you on, lady? Dogs cannot give consent. You will not be fucking a dog. Oh, I don't know. And then she was talking about his friend being in a fucking sexual relationship with his dog, his poor dog.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It was just awful.
So VR, virtual reality. the next step in human evolution.
Eesh.
Trash.
I think we have peaked with VR chat, personally.
Yeah,
You should play that.
but the metaverse.
The metaverse, if the metaverse actually pushes forward and becomes like really ingrained in modern and like what's the word? Mainstream society, we might actually be fucked. Like both
Oh,
and
for
both
real,
real
yeah.
for real and virtually. Like this video, it broke me for at least 12 hours.
Oh wow.
I was
I'm
never
like,
so scared.
Yeah.
Dylan, do you have any experience with VR, Dylan?
yes,
Ooh.
yes, I do. Yeah, I used to play with my friend. I mean, I played VR chat, and then I've watched VR YouTubers. In the
Oh.
VR YouTube, it's like I watched mainly one channel. It's a grown man with his friends. They're all legal. One does only fucking fans. So
Nice.
I mean, you know, she's nice to look at. Whatever. It's her boyfriend, and then the YouTuber who does it, and occasionally one other friend. They're all old enough. Whatever.
Mhm.
But they always in the video, you always meet one fucking little kid, and they're always like, "Why are you here? Like we're cussing adults," and they're like, "Fuck you," and I'm like, "Aren't you 8?" Like, and then they did one about furries. They did one about furries,
Uh-huh.
Classic.
and yeah, you know, I mean, I watched it because I was curious. I was like, okay, they're gonna talk to people who are furries, whatever. I'm not gonna judge anybody's kinks. Do you?
Yeah.
And then they asked them, they're like, "Do you guys actually like fuck dogs and shit?" Like, there's some who do, and I'm like, that's where I leave, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go. I have a dog, and I know.
Yeah.
How do you? I've played it, and I've always like you always hear these kids, and you know they're like 6 because their voice is like way too up, and you know they're like on some crack and shit. And I'm just like, why is this available for children? Because then they think they're the shit, and they're like, "Hey, you want to play with me?" And I'm like, "No." Didn't your mom teach you stranger danger? Stranger danger. Like, why are we here?
Man.
I'm actually supposed to go play VR with your sister for her birthday, and I'm thinking about it now. Like,
Well, okay.
Huh.
Well,
You know.
okay. Well, it depends on what you mean. Do you mean like just VR in general?
I think so. Yeah, her mama didn't specify.
Oh,
It's just so
okay.
she's played VR chat too though, but that got
Yeah.
cut short.
Yeah. Good.
Some grown men be on there because
Oh. Yeah. Well, okay. We'll just play like the first. We'll just play the first couple. I'll just let the video play, and we'll go. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. Like we really only need to see a few bits, because I don't remember much from chapter 4. Like some of these are just stories, but like I just kind of want to show some of this is just really good shit. I highly recommend sitting through the whole. Don't sit through the whole video. Watch one half of it, then the other half of it.
I sat through that whole thing all at once.
Oh.
It was so overwhelming.
That's actually terrifying. I'm actually crying for you.
Is Hannah. She describes
There is
herself
no
as a
audio.
24-year-old
There's no audio
woman
for you?
who has a girlfriend
Oh, yeah,
named
no.
Jess,
Give me
and
one
is the
sec,
owner of
'cause
You didn't even
Dysfunction.
share the sound.
But one thing
They
she
can
didn't
hear it
mention
on
in the
stream.
description on Discord is that
Shake
she
my head.
loves
Well,
VR chat.
well,
a
we
free-to-play
can't.
virtual
Hold on,
reality
one sec.
socializing
You guys,
game. But you could
no
probably
pressure.
have guessed that just by going through her Twitter.
Maybe you
In
can't
fact,
because
I looked through all 16,000 of her
notification.
tweets, and 98.5% of them are all virtual characters
Honestly,
in VR chat.
has
from
anybody
game.
seen Sword Art
Now,
Online?
you're probably wondering
just to
where
throw
I
that in
found
there.
Hannah.
I've
Don't
heard of
tell
it.
her this.
Yeah, I've
but I
seen
was
it.
recently
I feel like
tipped
this-
off
I feel
about
like
a
this
server
would
she's a part of, and apparently there's a lot of
Weird.
sketchy behavior that goes
Okay,
on within
I'm gonna
the
play it
confines
from
of
my
these text chats.
speaker.
What do you think she was looking
'Cause
for?
if
in
you guys
this
can't hear
server?
it, that's
No,
weird.
not more kinky
But I
VR
can-
videos.
No.
Although she did seem to post
can?
those a little too much
Yeah,
on Discord
yeah.
as well.
Let's go. I'm a
What
god.
Hannah really wanted was to find someone to cuddle with in VR chat. Well, lucky for Hannah, a guy called Siphon was also lonely and looking for cuddles. One
This is a
slight
different
issue, Siphon is a 15-year-old child, and Hannah is a 24-year-old trans woman. But they both
Wait
wanted
till you
to
see
cuddle,
Hannah.
So he decides to message her.
Oh my
In fact,
fucking god!
Hannah
Wait
is
till
the
you see
first
Hannah.
person Siphon
I
has
saw
ever
Hannah.
messaged from this
This
Discord
is some
server.
shit.
To his disarray, Hannah decides to engage in a friendly conversation.
Pat, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I just woke up.
Okay, I love the
How did you
editing.
sleep?
It's really
Okay, I
cool.
guess.
It's honestly
So, tell me about you.
really
I
well
saw
done.
your
This shit
post
is
on Team
masterful.
Beneficial about
Yeah.
the cuddle session. I'm 15 and lonely, that's about it. Just want some company.
I'm 24, hun.
I know. So no cuddles?
Also, Panda Bear
Maybe.
344. I saw you said I can't
Cuddles go
curse, but
welcome,
like,
maybe ERP.
eat my dick.
For those at home watching who don't know what ERP means,
Wow.
it stands for erotic roleplay,
Right.
and it's
They
basically
redeemed
virtual
points saying I
sex.
can't curse,
It's
but
the very thing Hannah was
I
posting
didn't-
all over her
I
Twitter.
didn't specify how long that
Have
was
you
gonna
ERP
last. So
before?
Yep, a few times.
Any IRL experience?
Yeah, last year with one of my school friends, but only one IRL experience.
Do you have a VR mommy?
I
a
did.
VR mom.
They don't come online a lot because of work. They were called Bella, and I haven't spoken to them for a few weeks. That was one of the people I ERP'd with. It was really nice and comforting.
Okay, well then, it's fine. I can be a mommy for you, but I need to meet you first to see if I like you.
Does being my mommy involve cuddles and ERP?
Yes,
cringy.
and support.
Okay.
Yeah, horrible.
Keep the voice they use for Hannah. Just we heard the voice.
Yeah.
Now we all have an image of what Hannah looks like in our head, right? We all got it. Hannah, nice
Yup.
voice. At triple X Hannah. This shit is about to be hilarious. Panda Bear, if you don't want me to cuss, tell me for how long, and I won't cuss for that long. I didn't specify, so I don't know how long, and I will forget.
From here, the 24-year-old Hannah
fair
seems to get
deal.
herself into some even more hot shit by sending Siphon literal porn and proceeds to ask all about
my
his
God.
kinks. Keep in mind,
I forgot
she's
about
fully
that. What the
aware
hell?
that he's 15 years old.
This man is
Ugh.
15 and she is 24. She is damn near a decade older than him. Immediately start sending him
real.
porn. Man,
Yeah.
why can't we all have a VR mommy? I would love to have one.
No.
Like,
No.
holy shit, love and support my ass. Like, bro, pass the damn. Well, no, I'm done. I'm gonna play the video. I'm not.
But the icing on the cake
Getting
is
too
by
far.
searching up her past chat logs from the Discord server, you can see that she
Here
has
we
made
go.
the big mistake of posting her face for the community.
10 minutes starting now. Okay, I can't cuss for 10 minutes. Look, you are a son of a
Please.
bastard, Panda Bear. This is crazy. Wow. My
That's
person.
Wait, is that Hannah?
That is the one and only Hannah, not Montana.
Remember, they said they said trans woman, so
They said that, but
true.
like, I'm not gonna be mean here, but this is just not a. This is a man.
To see. And now
This is a
you,
full-grown man.
watching this video, are also seeing what the face of a pedophile
I think this is
looks
a either they are lying. This is not a 24-year-old trans person. This is a 15-year-old boy at the very least, in my opinion.
They do look very young. Yeah.
Like, they got Funko Pops everywhere. It doesn't. None of it adds up because in my mind, that's not what Hannah looks like, and I immediately feel betrayed. Like,
Hannah, to be real.
right, Hannah is too young for young Siphon, but I'm 22, and I was so hoping that Hannah was gonna be attractive when I was watching this. I was like, at least let Hannah be hot, and then it just.
Oh, pedophile.
I'm 22, so to me, I'm just dating them,
Yeah.
but not anymore. I hope Hannah gets the electric chair. I really do. Twice. Like, holy fuck. Holy crap.
Unfortunately for Hannah, I was the person she was messaging all along. And to be honest with
It's only
you,
been a minute.
it was
This is
pure luck
terrible.
I just so happened to message her first,
Yeah.
since this was all a bump in the road when it came to my journey through VR chat. And if you think that anecdote was crazy, you haven't seen anything yet. VR chat holds a lot more than just pedophiles behind its closed door.
It holds everything. Now we're going to jump ahead a little bit. So that was the story of Hannah and Siphon. I showed my friend Oscar this like 2 days ago, I think, Thursday or Wednesday. And he kind of had the same reaction. He couldn't watch the whole thing. He doesn't like, as I mentioned before, he likes Batman, but he can't handle everything. So I want to see if I can find the spot where they explain how VR chat works in the mind of someone who uses it constantly. I think it's right here. Yeah. And I think when they talk about this, it's really interesting because I was using my VR headset. I have one for my PlayStation. And
Ooh,
I play The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and that to me is a banging ass game. And it it made me think because I was like, what's so scary about this whole VR? Like, let's say, okay, they got sex, they got drugs, they got gangs, they got whatever. Okay, worst case, yeah, you take off the headset, it's game over, it's done. You know? But then I was playing the Walking Dead game, and then I was thinking to myself, this AI in front of me, it's not real. Yeah, I could say anything I want to it, and I know whatever it's saying to me is just programmed, whatever. It's not real. But in VR chat, everybody you're interacting with is a real person on the other side, and
yeah.
everything they say to you is it coming from a real person. So when you put that in the equation of all this ERPing and whatnot, then it starts to get really uncomfortable.
It
Like,
really does. Yeah.
like I was thinking about it while playing the game, and I was like, I'd be freaking out because it's like you're literally you are immersed in a 3D world. And it's like it's so imagine it'd be so unsettling to just see someone in front, like an avatar in front of you, and then they're just saying the most depraved shit, and it's like some other person and you don't know who it is. It could be a grown
No.
person, a young child, it's a lot of it gets really uncomfortable when you really frame what's happening. And then you start to realize why some of these people fall into such of these dark pits of depression and whatnot. Like this kid says he had depression when he was 13, and he was on antidepressants and all that because of the VR chat and the stuff that he
Yeah.
was being exposed to. And he was like, he wanted to like self delete, and he was like, that's crazy to want to do that because of a game. And I was like,
I
that's terrifying to know that a virtual game where people can just interact with each other has scarred someone so bad that they just don't want to. That's heavy.
know. It's really crazy to think about.
But VR chat is kind of fun because you get to do drugs. So I
And
mean,
it's time to have.
In real life?
No.
But
okay. So that I don't know where it is in this video, but that was the other thing that I had the question on. I was like, so what's the big deal? I mean, yeah, they're drinking or whatever in VR chat, but it's not like there's only so much they can do in real life.
I
So
know.
but then he goes on in the video and then he's talking about it somewhere down the line, and he says, just to make it clear, like when they are taking drugs in the game, they're actually taking drugs in real life. They're actually drinking beer in real life too.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
do that.
And
Yeah,
I
they
never
do
thought
that.
about that. It never crossed my mind.
Yeah, they
So
do that. I forgot.
Like pretending to club and rage is
yeah,
like hella cringe. You gotta like fucking bring it
right.
to real life.
But to
But no.
like actually, but then it's like, okay, now because in my mind I'm like, okay, it's just goofy. Like they're all just pretending like they're at a party or shit, whatever. Like I don't care. That's kind of the point of VR, but they're actually doing these things. And then this is how the day of someone who uses VR chat looks like. And you'll see why this is so not cool. It produces a culture that's just kind of normalized.
nightfall is when the sun rises, and vice versa. Confused? Let me explain. It's 10 a.m., and you just woke up in your Miami apartment. You get breakfast, have a shower, and look at that. It's now 11 p.m., and the sun has set. You find a bar with your friends, have some fun, and then inevitably find yourself back at home with a hangover. It's now 10 a.m. again, and the sun has rose. The reason that doesn't transfer over into the
Didn't make any
nightlife of
sense.
VR chat is because
No.
the game has worldwide accessibility, meaning when you wake up, the people in Germany are just getting started. This has a strange effect on the player base as it becomes socially acceptable to go drinking whenever you want, since, well, there's always large groups of people doing it. If you went to an IRL bar at 3 p.m. and started chugging straight vodka, you'd probably get some dodgy looks. And if there's one thing that VR chat players care about, it's what people think of them. But like I said, there's always a party going on in that game. Every single minute of every
Also,
single
completely side note, maybe related, may not be.
Uh, I went onto the hub and looked up to see if there was any VR chat shit on there, and there is. So
Oh.
For sure.
it's very scary. It's very
Ah.
scary. I literally looked at it for 2 seconds and was like, nope. Like it's so uncomfortable to just even see. Like,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I was like, to be in this actual situation, I couldn't. It literally makes my skin crawl. Like, I
yeah,
was
that's
like,
disgusting.
you're it's like we're messing with shit that we don't need to be messing with. Like,
Mm-mm.
it comes
But
to a
there's always
limit.
gonna be somebody.
It's one thing to just like make stick figures have sex, but it's another thing to like to it's just it's where's the pit section? I want to talk about the pit.
Oh, ew.
Oh
Yeah.
my
How you
goodness.
literally get fucking harassed in there.
Oh yeah. So
Okay,
the
I don't
pit.
know. It's such a blurry line in VR chat because, like, it's all virtual. Nothing is physically happening to you, but it's still traumatizing because they keep like doing all these fucking sexual things to you. Ugh, I don't know. It's so confusing. It's so disgusting too. I don't know. Fucking degenerates getting away with all this shit because they know it's
Getting
virtual.
away, making
Yeah,
money, and
making
just
bank.
ruining
Oh my
lives.
god, exactly. Oh my god, the fucking slave trade, bro.
Lizmatic, dude. Yeah.
That shit was so shocking to me. I was like, how the hell does that happen?
Wait, Dylan, you
And
want to do something really quick? You want to look up something really fun? You have to do
Uh,
this though. You have to look it up. And it
it's like peer pressure from me.
just you have to look up I'm going to give you a word and then you just have to look up what it is.
oh god,
Okay.
R.I.P.
War dungeon.
Oh,
I'm not going to look it up on stream, but I believe in you.
You said
you
War
got this, Dylan.
Dungeon?
Vor dungeon. I believe that's how you
Oh,
spell it. VORE.
VORE.
I think so. I really can't. I'm gonna look on my. I don't actually know.
Don't
But
subject yourself to that.
yeah, the shit that
What
you
am
can
I
look at the
looking at?
images if you want. I think that's what I looked at.
What am I looking at?
I don't know.
No idea.
Honestly,
I don't know. What was I supposed to see?
Oh, are you? Is nothing like shocking coming up?
yeah, that's what I'm. Hold on, now I'm looking it up on my phone. Hold on. Okay.
Because
Yeah. So VORE dungeon, and then go to the
yeah,
images.
I have that.
Yeah.
So just pregnant.
Pregnant.
My interpretation of it all
Pregnant
was like
Pokemon.
it's like they.
That's all I see.
I really don't know. You know what? It's like they live in the stomachs of like I
Look,
never
I've
looked
seen
up
a
the
lot of shit in
definition.
my
I'm not
life.
even gonna
I
lie.
honestly, I'm not even scarred by this.
Me neither. I
I've
don't
seen a lot
know.
of shit in my life.
I'm not so shit that up.
Oh,
Fuck.
it's basically meaning to like get consumed by something.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I've
Okay.
seen a lot of shit in life. Basically, they eat you as whole and you live inside them. Yeah.
So
Ugh.
that's a thing that people make in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I did not know that. My interpretation was that they like to like be like there's a picture of a monster spreading its anus open
What the
and
fuck?
someone is inside. And I was like so I
That's great.
yeah, I don't know. But this guy Lizmatic, he basically makes these on VR chat. He got into a lot of shit with a whole bunch of like I don't even remember it. He same shit. Predator, pedophile type shit either way. He was working
Yeah.
under the grid and the guy making this video, he went undercover to try and like get into a lot of these places, to do these like he interviews a lot of people, right? And he wanted to trick Lizmatic into like talking about an incident that he got into. And I was watching this on stream and I was like, there's no way he's gonna pretend to need to like he's gonna pretend to have a room that he needs Lizmatic to design because that's what Lizmatic does. He designs these dungeons and shit, torture chambers, sex chambers, all this nasty shit. And so I was like, there's no way this guy is gonna go undercover and pretend that he needs a room and ask Lizmatic to go in
and help him make the room. And then
And what did he do?
that's exactly what he did. And so he has an entire audio recording of him talking to this insane man, this lismatic man, about building building one of these dungeons for the YouTuber that's making this video. And they're really talking about it. And then they end up bringing up the shit from the past. And it's
horrible.
I don't even know where that is in this video. Is the crazy? It's because there's just so
I
much.
think it's like chapter 5, maybe. I'm not really sure.
Okay, we'll just show this: the pit, the fucking siphon lady,
Team Beneficial is
and then we'll see about
that's
that.
mainly targeted towards the not safe for work or club safe, and it has over.
But this shit definitely
16
scarred
team
people.
members.
Like a
I
lot of
used
these
to
people who are
be
interviewed,
part of their
they get
moderation
real.
team,
Yeah.
as well as a trial succubus sister. A succubus is one of the members of within the Discord. They specialize in giving entertainment, whether it's personal lap dances or personal sexual favors for anybody that is at events.
And here,
Okay, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wait, can we pause?
I'll mute it. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, so basically when she was talking about making money, I was like, that sounds hella profitable. I was like, I should be doing this,
It's a lot
pretending.
of money.
I know, yeah, like fuck, bro, you can make a business out of it. And then I started watching this video more, and I was like, I don't think it's worth your safety and your peace of mind having all this money.
True.
Like, I don't know about it, but it does sound tempting, It's so easy. You just get a fucking VR headset and just start pretending you're this type of person, and you get money.
It's
That's it.
very different than OnlyFans,
Yeah, you don't gotta expose yourself.
Exactly. And I think because with the anonymity, that's the biggest issue with a lot of. I mean, that's just the issue in general with social media. But like the anonymity here is just, it's so apparent here that it's like you can get away with either wanting something like the most, like he said, he breaks this down into like the 7 deadly sins, and it's like you can really kind of have whatever you want without ever anyone knowing about it. And it's kind of a very dark, it's a very underworld type of situation when you get to these depths of VR chat. I'm glad I've never had to experience this.
Certain roles that let you view certain channels, to going into the not safe for work section.
When I say that Team Beneficial is a professional club, I mean that in the lowest way possible, and you'll see why very soon. Team Beneficial's Discord server is where you can find some of the Discord name, the words.
Basically, he's talking about here that there's info that we can't. It doesn't matter whether you even have ID verification because you can get into certain places without having to verify your ID. So it still doesn't make it secure for people that are underage because they can get in without it. Where the fuck is the damn pit? I'm about to snap. Oh, is this it now? Okay.
Club, you're greeted with a main dance area.
So he snuck into the pit. He's recording. Like, I assume what we see at this point is his footage from when he walked in and did the thing. He's real undercover, which is so badass.
For all of the different activities the club has to offer. Hangout rooms, private
he did
rooms,
the most.
BDSM rooms, and most importantly, the pit. This is where most of the action happens. More passive players choose to take more of a spectator role, viewing from above and around the pit. In the middle of the floor, there is a massive square hole that people are randomly dropped in. If you fall in, well, that's just tough luck. Now you're forced to watch the mutants that populate it. Here you can see possibly the most hilariously cringy interaction with a Team Beneficial employee and a member.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
I know, I was like cringing hella hard. Oh.
He has a whip. Why did I listen to the one I'm drunk? Well.
This is why The Walking Dead is just way better, you know? You don't get this much tracking issues.
As you can guess, this quickly
Yeah.
got a lot less funny and more sexual extremely quickly.
Nice.
After watching this, I
Still don't
immediately
even know
called
what I'm looking
Peter,
at.
as I'm 99% sure that this classifies as animal abuse. Anyway, that's the pit. It wins the award for least security, most degeneracy, and Peter's worst nightmare.
So there's plenty of places like that, and worse.
Yup.
And he gets into that like throughout this middle skit, I think. I'm pretty sure. And it's just, I had so many questions while watching it, because one of my things me and my friend also said was like, well, what's so scary about the gangs in this? Because it's like, you know, his VR. Like, what are you gonna do to me? But like you said, there were people who got their information sent out. You know, this one female, she was in a gang, and then she got her info sent to this dude who ended up coming to her location and trying to like force himself on her.
Horrible.
And you know, and this all came from a fucking virtual reality game, and it's like, that's ridiculous. These are they'll fuck up your game system and just by shooting you, I guess, which is I get. Like,
I know.
okay,
It's
what a
crazy.
dick, like, you know. But it's and then it's like the thought of them being able to take control of your own computer as well. It's like they could use your stuff. They could be watching you. They could be, you know, they could be doing anything to harass you or
Yeah.
make your life hell from the inside out. And I think that shit sucks. I would totally join one though.
All the negatives. I would join.
Yeah, I mean, because you know, if you can't beat them, join them, and I'd at least want to know how to
Yeah.
like hack. I guess I feel like that'd be a resource. You know, I don't know, fuck it.
Hack
Or
them. End it all.
we could always just join, become a double agent, and then destroy them from within. But
Oh.
you know, it's still really scary because there's even there's even a fucking guy who sells drugs via his VR chat character
Yeah.
in the and sells them in the real world, which to me is just the dumbest thing ever. That's so stupid. Like,
Online drug dealer.
I've done this bit twice now, and I'm gonna do it one more time because I think it just encapsulates how stupid it is. So I'm just gonna pretend how this whole interaction would go via this VR chat drug dealer and a buyer. All right. So
Okay, let's go.
it's an alley, right? It's night, and the guy walks up out of the darkness. Hey, you the guy? Yeah. You the dude that sells the stuff? Yeah. Cool. All right. I got the money for you. Here you go. Wait, whoa. What the fuck you doing? Sorry, I was trying to pay you the money for the stuff. No. Do this on you ever heard of a VR chat? I'm sorry, what? VR chat. It's a virtual reality game. You ever heard of it? I think it's on Steam. Just download the game. Meet me in the back corner of the lobby. My name is Blue Feathers 78. I'll be there at 6. Starts walking away. Wait. What? So it's you're saying I gotta buy a virtual reality game on Steam? Yeah. Do I gotta pay for it or what? Are you sure? I have the money, right? No. Just trust me. It's safer. It's free to play. I'll see you at 6. Starts walking away. Wait. I have a question. What? Do I need a Sorry, I'm mixing the character. Do I need a VR headset or anything like that? Like where do I get one? Just go down the street, make a left. Tell Warrior sent you. He'll hook you up. I'll see you at 6. Don't be late. Starts walking away. Wait, what the fuck, man? How much is this shit gonna cost, dude? I literally have the money. Can I just get the stuff right now? The money is right here. Like, I don't understand why I need to do. Just, I'm about to smack the shit out of you. Get the VR set, download the game, meet me there at 6. You want the shit. Starts walking away. Wait, I swear to God. I just. So okay, I download the game. I buy a whole VR set. That's probably gonna cost more than drugs, by the way. I'm just saying. And then, so I make an avatar. What the fuck was your name again? Fucking Purple Feather 78. Man, fuck you. I'm walking away. And then you leave because at that point it's so stupid that you have to, like, I gotta talk to you in the game to get drugs in real life. Why can't I just meet you in real life? Is the point I'm making.
What if it was?
Oh, you cut out,
Yeah.
Dylan.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
What happened?
What if it was across the world though? Like maybe a state over, mail it over.
It's still stupid.
Kind of.
You still gotta have the whole conversation. You know,
Well,
because
not unless you already met them on VR.
I
Oh, that's true.
suppose,
Yeah.
You
but
can mail drugs.
I still think any conversation you're gonna have is gonna be dumb because you're gonna have to talk about VR chat at some point to someone in person. And I bet you the person you're gonna talk to in person does not use VR chat. I promise you. That person you're gonna be picking up probably doesn't. Not gonna know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're gonna realize just how screwed up your own life has become because you're now buying drugs from a guy named Purple Feather 78, and his avatar is a fucking furry, you know, and it just to me,
bro.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
it's just so
Get the numbers right.
79, you know,
69.
whatever. 69, whatever. Fuck this. Fuck that guy.
It's okay. He sounded like he had cancer anyway.
Exactly. Like I'm done that thing so many times. Like that was just so ridiculous when I heard about that. I was like, how are you gonna deal drugs
on the internet? I don't know.
I guess. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, if you're already on there. But like, imagine your user is not used to VR chat, so they're trying to do everything. You know, just do it in person. Shit, have a guy that just. I don't know. What am I looking for? I forgot what I was. Oh, this is the book. This is the out bully section. But this is the part that's kind of crazy. The zoophile lady.
I hate her.
I don't even know where that shit is. Oh. Shout out to this elephant, by the way. I just love the side angle of the elephant itself. I think it's just funny as shit. It's because it's like a perfect awkward angle of just a tiny elephant, you know? But, here it is. Yeah. So I watched this and then I was like, it's gonna be a good day. First off, her name is Sappho.
Ew, we don't care.
Yeah, this is what she does. She does hypnotherapy in VR chat. Kind of like similar to kind of like ASMR type meditation, whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Except for his VR, so it's not right.
Find people in VR chat, sit down with them, and attempt to do hypnotherapy. Hence the name, Hypnotist Sappho. She managed to gain a decently small following on YouTube and became somewhat well known in the VR chat content creation space. Watching back some of these old videos, it's difficult to view them in a vacuum now knowing everything she was involved in.
Like a comfortable syrup covering you from head to toe. Notice how that syrup can absorb right into you, down into your neck, gently massaging every muscle fiber. What I want you to do is to take your arms and put them either at your sides or in your lap, and to take your hands and put them face down. That's right. With those waves gently.
So that's Sappho.
I trying.
Now, sort of thing coming
Now
out.
she's gonna come out about her
Publicly available information
Ophelia.
when Sappho posted the video
Yeah.
titled "Coming Out About Things."
And I wanted to make a video about coming out. It's a lot like when homosexuals were coming out in the 1960s
You know, she's
during
homophobic, but
Stonewall
she
and
says
those sorts of
homosexuals.
events. This sort of thing would
Insane.
have leaked out eventually. I'm
Says
just not going to
homosexual
give the
anymore.
opportunity for a Sappho exposed kind of video. I am a zoophile. I do not have a thing for humans. I am more attracted to dogs. It's not so black and white like many furries think that it is. Zoophilia is often very misunderstood, especially
all
because
listen
of
to VR
certain
heads.
very terrible people and what you
What
may
a
have
knob.
seen in the news. Someone that I will not mention if you remember that situation with the zoo sadism leaks. Unfortunately, when people think of zoophiles, that's the person that comes to mind. People who force animals into situations they don't want are completely deplorable and seen as rapists. Playing with an animal that is not sexually mature is like the equivalent of pedophilia. They're fetishists and bestialists. Ethical zoos are not like that. Zoophiles
I like
are
how she
among the
calls
most
them
caring
they're
and
short
loving
for
people
zoos,
towards
and I'm like,
animals. They
this is just
are
so
the
confusing.
intercourse that
I
comes
know,
out
because I
as
thought she was
well.
talking about actual
And they want to
zoos.
compare,
Yeah, I was like, well,
apples
they
to
condone this
oranges.
shit?
They want
What
to
the
compare
fuck?
a
I'm like,
sexually
no.
mature animal to like a toddler. In my opinion, it's a bad faith argument. I have a
Bro,
really
I literally
close
see
zoo
fucking
friend
pets
that can
as like
explain more
babies.
in a
I can't.
non-hypothetical
No.
way. This friend
This is
has a
scary.
female German Shepherd and considers her to be the love of his life.
It sort of all fell into place when I just removed myself from society. I turned off my phone. I went and hiked up a mountain, and I just wrote it all
fell into
out and
place.
admitted it all to myself first. And I looked at it and I just said, okay, I accept this. You know, I'm a zoo, and my partner is the love of my life. I love her romantically, physically. You know, that is okay.
And I think so too. You see your
What the
mate
fuck?
as the love of your life. What do you both do together?
Spending time with her is my number one priority. If I could, I would just spend 100% of my time with her. I'd never work because
wish
it's just so
dogs-
much
I wish
fun.
all
I
animals
take
could
pleasure
talk.
in simple
I really
things,
do.
you know. And I just take
You can
pleasure in
tell off
watching her
humans and how
enjoy
dumb we
herself,
are.
even
Like, I
if
didn't
it's
do it.
with another person
If you
or
could just
with
tell us
another
what they're
dog
thinking
or
from
with
now on,
me
please.
or by herself.
Clarifying for people. The vast majority.
That would
of
be
the
a good
time
horror movie.
that
I'm
you
see
spend-
now that I'm done with, I can really focus on my movie ideas, and I have some really nice ones. And I was just thinking that'd be a nice horror movie if animals could start talking. You know,
Oh, yeah.
there's a weird end of the world shit is happening, and animals
Ooh.
start talking, and then like
Oh.
shit just starts getting exposed. It's not even that they're killing humans. It's just the simple fact that now that animals are talking, shit's just getting stirred up. You know, like shit's
Whoa.
getting
Yeah,
revealed
no.
because animals know everything. They know our secrets.
Yeah.
The
Have
president
you watched?
starts getting fucked over,
Oh.
bombs, wars, just a real shit show, all because animals can talk. We got fuckers like this. What the fuck?
initiating
Oh,
the
God.
action.
It reminds me of that one
overall, it
Rick and
helps them with
Morty
their
episode.
wellness.
Oh, with the squid. Yeah.
You know, the fucking dude is like, "You've been nice to me, Morty. You can be my pet." I'm
Oh
like,
my
damn.
god. That was too much. Yeah.
Yes.
That's this lady.
Ugh, horrible. Fuck.
This upload gained a lot.
Jesus. But that I don't think I have anything else I'd want to say about VR chat. Like
Yeah,
I just
no.
say watch the video because they do say like they're putting aside the goofiness of it all. The stories they talk about or the people they interview are really they do have good stories to tell, I think, and that are worth being heard, especially because some
Yeah.
of these people are really young and I think they deserve to be heard more than just by the VR audience. But it's really sad to see people get it this deep into VR chat because, like one of these guys said, like they went to VR chat for a number of reasons. Because, like this character individually said that they used to do music and that people on the outside would shun their music, but people in VR chat like accepted them for who they were, and so like they run to these communities and all this, and it sucks because it's like they don't have anything else other than this toxic wasteland.
Yeah,
But
basically.
some good shit. I was wonderfully traumatized from VR chat.
I don't ever want to go onto that platform, but I will. I like VR games, AI single player games. Fuck other people. They are the worst. But that's all I have to say about that. I don't want to talk about it. If I was really lonely, I would say I wouldn't. Don't go to VR chat, man. Don't go to VR chat. Go to Pornhub. It's just way easier. Hell, go to OnlyFans. Actually, find a model for you, and you'll be fine, man. Like, go to anything else other than VR chat. That to me is just scary. It is just so. Or better yet, hell, tease your fantasy. Pornhub has VR chat videos on there. Go see what it's like first for free, and then decide if you want to pay for it. That's my biggest advice. Because hey, if you're down for that experience, I'm not gonna stop you. Shit, watch the video first, and if you think you can like the biggest issue. Technically, the biggest issue is not necessarily even pedophiles in the system. More or less, is that they touched on that. It's like there are times where since people aren't being verified, they don't necessarily know whether someone is of age or not. And so sometimes you have people who are of age thinking they're having sex with someone who's also of age, and then they come to find out that they're not.
Oh yeah, I feel so bad for that guy. He started crying.
Mm-hmm. So it's like it sucks because it's like there are people who are being victimized on both sides, and that's where this rural anonymity thing comes in, because it's people on there that's not necessarily looking to fuck children. They're just there because they might actually just be lonely, or because they're down with the way it works. It's technically anonymous sex, virtual anonymous sex or whatever, or partying or whatever you want to do, and you don't have to necessarily be embarrassed at how you look or whatever. It's on the outside, it's fine for how adults could live, but the problem is it's not made for just adults. And I think if it was just made for adults, then whatever happens on the site happens on the site. Like whatever happens in VR chat stays there. I whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that it's also accessible to children is an issue.
It really is. It needs to be dealt with soon. God damn.
So dumb. Fuck. But I don't know. I don't think I have anything else that I'd bring up. This was some good shit. Oh man, we've convinced Panda Bear to get a VR.
Hey! No, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. They are
Oh God, Panda Bear, stop!
Just don't go into
Don't
the light,
do it.
man. I'm telling you.
Poor Panda Bear doesn't know what's coming.
That your VR mommy might be a Reddit user, man. You don't want to take the risk. This could be your VR mommy, man. You don't. Whoa. There you go.
Ew.
Like that could be your VR mommy. If you want that, hey, then go dive in head first. But he's eyeing you down, man. So that's on you.
Oh my God, Uncle Terry. Uncle Terry,
the photographer from hell. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna look at that. But I think we could end it here though. That was pretty fun. That was pretty good.
It was nice to talk about.
Yeah, and hopefully I will have the music on here because I really can't wait to hear it. Oh, I really can't wait to hear it. The final form. But either way, until then, this is Lost in Dysfunction. I am Black Phil.
I am Cassie.
I am Dylan.
Yay!
Nice. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.